Welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. The men's 200-meter finals. Wow, what an epic race, what epic results. History made yet again on the track at the Paris Olympic Games. And guess what? We are going to get into some things because look here, going in, we were looking at a few athletes. We're looking at Kenny Benerick. He could possibly walk away with the gold. We're also looking at Letsile Tebogo. Of course, we're looking at the man of the moment, the man with all the noise and the chatter, the man with all the big talk. Noah Lyles as well. We're looking at him. And also, to a lesser extent, I would say probably Arian Knighton. We're definitely looking to see what he would be able to do in the 200-meter finals. Now, given what we saw in the semis, I think it was pretty obvious where the medals were coming from. So going into the finals, what I saw in the semi with Letsile Tebogo easily, handily defeating a Noah Lyles, I thought to myself, this looks like it's definitely Letsile Tebogo's race. Why? Guess what? We have been expecting greatness from Letsile Tebogo all season. Yes, we're talking about a Letsile Tebogo that ran the world best in the 300 meters, taking on times that one Michael Johnson set and Usain Bolt. He's now the fastest ever over the 300-meter distance and also 400-meter personal best as well. Then, to top things off, he came to the Paris Olympic Games in the 100 meters and set a national record, 9.86 seconds. We're like, wait a minute. Even after losing his mother, he still remained focused and determined to be even at his absolute best at these games. And guess which distance is smack right in the middle of all of what I just said? Which one is his best? Yes, the 200 meters. The one that he has a personal best of 19.50 seconds. Yeah, that event he was expecting to come out and do absolutely phenomenal. And he turned up in his semi and he steamrolled Noah Lyles, looking relaxed, going across the line. No, don't get me wrong. When it comes to Noah Lyles, let me tell you something. I watched him in that, heat. I watched him in that semifinals of the men's 100 meters, looking absolutely left by everybody. You know what I mean? Looking like he wouldn't even get on the podium. And he clawed himself the gold. So even though I was watching Letsile Tebogo looking so phenomenal, I'm like, look here, I ain't sleeping on this brother. He ain't fooling me. He ain't fooling me. I know he's going to be ready, but I definitely thought he would be challenged by a Letsile Tebogo. Now, when I looked at how a Kenny Benerick ran in his semifinals, I thought to myself, okay, I don't see him taking down any of the two I just mentioned, right? So given that, I'm going to have him squarely in third. And for Arian Knighton, unfortunately, he would not be able to make the podium. He'll be sitting in fourth place, in my opinion. Well, the final came. The final came, trackies, and the result was phenomenal. Letsile Tebogo led off the curve. No, remember, Noah Lyles, after the 100-meter finals, was bragging and saying, look here, he's going to take down everybody off that curve. When he comes off the curve in front, everybody's going to be depressed. Well, that's not what happened. That is not what happened because Letsile Tebogo, he burnt that bend and came off in front. And actually, right behind him was Kenny Benerick, looking absolutely phenomenal as well. And Noah Lyles was there, but he was clawing himself into second. And he eventually did claw himself into second place. But Letsile Tebogo kept going away and away and away for an amazing win to become the first African to win the 200 meters at the Olympic Games. Yeah. And guess what? He does so in style. Man, thump off him chest. Yeah. I have to be careful. Yeah, he beat his chest. Typical in typical Usain Bolt style, you can clearly see who he really looks up to and adores Usain Bolt. And yeah, he beat his chest across the land and he let the world know, say, this is my event. Absolutely, I loved watching it. And he ran a national record, an era record, and a personal best, 19.46 seconds to take that win. Absolutely amazing run from Letsile Tebogo. In second place, guess who? Not who you're thinking. Yep, Kenny Benerick. Kenny Benerick finishes in second place and he ran a 19.62 seconds. And in third place was Noah Lyles. Yep, that is where the big man of the moment finished. Third, and he ran a 19.70 seconds. And Arian Knighton was third with his 19.99. Those are all the athletes that dipped below 20 seconds. Now, trackies, All right, I have to be fair to Noah. Definitely have to be fair to Noah, even though he lost this race. And I'm going to title the video how I want to title this, and I don't care what you all want to say. I have to be fair to him. Going into the 200-meter finals, we did know that he was ill. We could definitely tell, actually, even more vividly from the 200-meter semifinal, that something wasn't right. He didn't seem to have all that energy like he typically has when executing the race. That's not what we saw from a Noah Lyles. So we could tell, that something was not right. And of course, we were seeing him in the mask prior to the race. Well, guess what? It came out official after the 200-meter finals that he did actually test positive for C19. Yeah. So he was running quite ill. And guys, this is not a moment, to say, oh, this is an excuse or whatever. We have to acknowledge that some of the athletes are indeed struggling there. There are quite a few athletes that have tested positive for C19 as well as respiratory issues and were not able to perform to the best of their capability. Some of our very own Jamaicans as well. Lene is one, as well as Nikisha Price. Nikisha Price didn't even make it to the 400-meter finals because of such. So our Jamaicans have faced the same problem, and it's not an issue, or it's not a situation right now for us to literally laugh at Noah Lyles in this moment, because he was ill. He was genuinely ill, and he still fought. And guess what? He still got a bronze medal. So we definitely have to say kudos to him, because if he was at his absolute best, then guess what? I believe it would have been a much closer race between himself and Tebogo. And let's see what would have happened. But we can't really know. No, because he's ill. Unfortunately, we have to wait until he gets onto the circuit. If he recovers, in time for all those races that will come up, to see what will happen really. If both of them are at their absolute best, who will take the win? But for now, it's definitely Letsile Tebogo's moment, and an absolute epic run from him. And another thing about Noah is why people probably, will goad you on that 200 meters. Because you come out, your entrance, did while, you have whole heap of energy, when you were doing your like entrance. So people are look on your side and I say, you really sick, brother? You really sick? Or is this just an excuse? You know what I mean? But check is he's really sick. He was taken off the track in a wheelchair. So yeah, we don't need to goad him on that. He did well, and he walked away with another medal, right? So Noah Lyles, unfortunately will not be leaving the Olympic Games, it seems, with 4 gold medals. Actually, his participation in the men's 4x1 is in jeopardy as we stand right now, because, as I said, he's very ill right now, and he's definitely experiencing respiratory issues. And we know as well that he's someone that has asthma. So we're definitely wishing him all the best. If we don't see him going forward, we know what happened, guys, and it's tough out there. The athletes are struggling. Each and every day we hear different circumstances about athletes that are going down ill and not able to really perform well at these games. And at this point, yeah, Paris just needs to end. Paris just needs to end, because they haven't been the best tour athletes, to be fair. And it's interesting because someone in my comment section compared it to London all over again. And it's kind of interesting that in Budapest last year, there were also issues with a lot of the athletes. So I start to contemplate to myself and I say, should we stay away from Europe? Is Europe really the problem at this particular point? Because every time the athlete them go to Europe, a problem left, right, and center. We went to Eugene in 2022. I don't recall hearing, all these ailments left, right, and center. So something right in the buttermilk over Europe. Them need to clean up the air. You know what I mean? But that being said, guys, that's what happened in the men's 200 meters. An excellent run from Letsile Tebogo, and he literally does it big for the continent of Africa, setting an era record, a national record, and a personal best to become the first in history to win that 200 meters. Celebrate him. Excellent, excellent. And a whole lot of people are celebrating around the world, and I call them say, look here, the arc finally got down. With that being said, Trackies, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So Letsile Tebogo does amazing, walks away with the 200-meter win. And Noah Lyles, unfortunately, this time around is third. But we have to recognize that he's actually not well. And in second place was Kenny Benerick. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Are you happy? Are you sad? What are you? At the end of the day, these athletes medaled. You know what I mean? So there's not much to really gripe about, in my opinion, at least. I don't see no Jamaican on the podium. So I mean, I really, feel no way really about, them the people that finish first, second, and third, Because we're not getting a medal in a 200 in a years, no. So with that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on in the next one. Bye.